Welcome back to PC Builder. I'm Jason. We're going to do a Ryzen 9800X 3D build as Lisa just attacks my feet down at the bottom there. We're going to do a Ryzen 9800X 3D gaming PC build. This is kind of aimed at some of the values that I think we're going to see around Prime Day. I do think we're going to see a sale on the 9800X 3D, the 9850X 3D, and the 7800X 3D. So kind of you could just honestly take this build and use any of those CPUs of your choice. Last time we built with the 7800X 3D, so I figured we go with the 9800X 3D and kind of just amp everything up. Let's go through the PC parts. So we're going to go with the 9800X 3D. We're going to use the RTX 5070 Ti for this build. We could have used the 9070 XT. However, that one's buried a little bit deeper in the back in another build, and I would have to take it out. So I went with the 5070 Ti. We could also use the 5080, 5090. These are great GPUs for this kind of CPU. In terms of the motherboard, we're going to go with a motherboard. Unfortunately, I found out that ASUS is no longer selling in the US, which is the ASUS TUF B850M-Plus Wi-Fi 7. Now, the reason this is a higher end micro ATX motherboard with more premium features on it. The reason we're doing that is because I accidentally ordered the wrong PC case. I meant to get the King 95 Pro, but I don't know what happened. I ordered the King 15 Pro, which is the micro ATX size version of it. We were going to use an ATX size motherboard. So I was like, oh, yesterday I was like, okay, we're ready. And I look at the case, I'm like, this doesn't look right. And then I'm like, oh no, this is the micro ATX one. So we're going to use a micro ATX motherboard instead. For the cooler, I don't know why this turned out to be such a Montech focused build, but we're going to use the Montech HyperFlow 360 ARGB. This is one of the top performing 360 millimeter all-in-one liquid coolers, kind of on the market right now. There's also a digital version of it. And I don't know why I didn't get the digital version, but I wanted to go with this particular version. Here's our motherboard. We're going to go with the Montech Century 2 1050 watt PSU. Now, the reason we're going to go 1050 watts here is probably need it with this particular build. Probably might have gotten away with 850. And this is a great A- tier PSU on the PSU tier list. And then we're going to go with our most problematic parts here. I'm just going to go ahead and reuse the Acer Predator GM7000 from an earlier build. I would probably recommend picking up the GM7 that does not have DRAM on it like this one does. However, it's a pretty good DRAM-less performer if you want to get one of the Acer Predator drives. And then in terms of our RAM kit, I'm just reusing a RAM kit that AMD sent me a while back, which is, or G-Skill actually sent me a while back. So thank you, G-Skill. This is DDR5 6000 CL28. But honestly, especially with an X3D CPU, CL36 is fine. There's really no reason to get any of the lower latency kits. Is Lisa actually in frame? She is. This is Lisa. She's a star of the channel, by the way. She's a star. Mr. Bear is sitting right over here. I'm not sure if folks can see Mr. Bear. What, is that where you live now? She loves to eat tape, so we have to make sure that things like plastic tape get ripped off. Put this a little closer to me over here. Lisa Kitty. Sarah's got the mic. Sarah, are you mic'd up? What did you do with your mic?
Yes.
Yeah. So happy Saturday. Oh, we got Chanting Dad. We got Trail Tech. Who else do we have? If you're in that, we got Bubba Fett, I see. If you're joining us for the stream, go ahead and shout yourself out down in the chat. This one's just members, by the way. I don't know what happened last time we did a stream. Every time I just copy the settings from the previous one. So like at the end of the stream last time, Sarah's like, you know that went out to everybody, right? I'm like, no. Lisa, what are you doing? So we had that was our first live stream event. So if you were with us last time, thank you. Only members could comment. That's kind of why I didn't really know that everybody was going out. I actually had the stats up for this one. So Trail Tech, all right. Lisa, I hate to tell you, but we're actually going to take the PC case out. Can we take the PC case out? So let's jump into our PC build. What did I not go over? I think I went over everything. So obviously building a gaming PC, we want to start with a motherboard. I always like to say there's no right way to do it, but there are a lot of wrong ways. So I like to work on the motherboard first and do as much outside the case as we can. So we're going to take our CPU, our SSD, our RAM, and our motherboard, as well as install whatever we need for the cooler in order to eventually mount the cold plate. Oh, this is a kitty. She's such a good kitty. Lisa, she's such a good kitty. And she's a daddy cat. So well, we don't need the GPU right now. So we'll take the GPU. Although Gigabyte did send us this 5070 Ti last year. So we'll just want to acknowledge Gigabyte. Thank you very much for that. Okay, Lisa, I know. Can I get away with doing the build without taking?
You can try.
Okay, so this usually comes up. What? Oops.
Oh.
I know, very scary, Dad.
Maybe.
Very scary. Let's turn on the overhead view.
But she's gonna be in the square.
Oh no, we lost Lisa. Okay, Lisa.
Okay.
Okay. She says, that's my spot. I know. That's your spot. We'll get back to your spot later. We'll get back to your spot later. So we've got the overhead view. And for the first part, I'm actually going to flip the view around. We'll go overhead. How about there? We'll work over here. Is that better? No, let's go the other way. I can get that. There we go. Definitely don't need the PSU right now. Let's take some things off the desk. Yeah, so you're going to help me? So this motherboard's actually a white motherboard, which I figured out yesterday. I thought they had sent me the black one. And this one, unfortunately, like I said, is not sold in the US. I kind of scrambled around because all of my other micro ATX motherboards that I have that would be appropriate for this build, like our premium ones, they're all ASRock because I usually don't get too many of these kind of boards sent to me. They don't sell them a lot. They're often overpriced. So I usually ask the brands when they do send me boards to send me stuff that I could recommend to people. They always want to send me like the high-end X870E boards, and those are great. But I'm just like, come on, guys, just send me a couple of B850 boards that are like, you know, that I think are better price to performance. So this board's probably been sitting around for quite some time. And again, I wasn't aware that they didn't sell. They sell the black one. So if you do like this build and you want to do the black version of it, this is the black. This is the white version. Let's move this over here. Yes, Lisa, you know what we're gonna do first, Lisa? We're gonna put the CPU in. So with the CPU, I'm gonna find my glasses because I've learned the hard way that I can't see anything anymore. So we're going to take the CPU out. Yeah, it's going to go right in there. That's correct. Okay. So this part I may need to push you away a little bit because I just would prefer we not damage anything. So we got the 9800 X3D here. Again, I think this part will probably be on sale for, doesn't want to seem to come out. That's what you do with it right there. You just drop it right onto the thing. Hang on one second. That looks fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so let's not handle it like a drunken sailor anymore. So basically what we're looking to do here is there's a little triangle on one side. We want to have that triangle go into this side, which has a triangle as well. But the first thing we got to do is remove this. All right, I know what it is. So I ran about 5.5 miles on the treadmill today, and my hands are a little jittery. I can tell I'm still a little amped from that. So, okay, that's it. You just set it in. I just make sure that it's nice and seated. I don't put any pressure on it. I just give it a tiniest of wiggles. We put that down. We're gonna pop this guy out, and that one actually popped out. I've had one actually like fly to the moon before, but that's not too bad. Now, what you want to do with this is you want to put it in your motherboard box. The reason we want to hold on to this is because if you ever decide to swap the motherboard out or whatever, this can go right back on. It just basically guards the pins on the motherboard. So, okay, so let's go put this guy back on here. We still in a good place. Let's be right there. Lisa, can I move over just a little? No, Dad. Okay. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to get the SSD going. Again, this is an Acer Predator 2 terabyte that I was previously recommending when we could buy this for like $110. And nowadays it would cost quite a bit more. That is not going to be the right size there. Just get something smaller. What you doing? Dad, are you causing trouble? Dad, I'm causing trouble. Is this one small enough? It is. Okay. All right. So this one is old school, and it's got 4 pins. It feels like they're 4 screws, and it feels like they're captive though, which is good. So a lot of the newer B850s are all now quick release. You don't have, they're all the toolless assembly. So we're going to pull this out. Now on the back of these, if you can see, there's always the thermal pads for them. So but there's a plastic sticker that we got to remove. So we'll go ahead and take that off. Any comments in the chat? Anyone to shout out?
Sorry, I'm just doing a post for
Sure.
the live stream.
We've got Trail Tech, we've got Ahmet, we've got, who else has joined us? We've got Hugh. Let's see. Glad everyone can make it. Hope the AI bubble pops soon. Good news. Did everyone see the stock market on Friday? Now, the stock market is, and first of all, this is not financial advice. So I feel like I have to say that up front so nobody can sue me. But, and the stock market is a lagging indicator, not a leading indicator. So you only see it in the stock market after it happened, basically, not beforehand. But the NASDAQ was heavily down. Some of that had to more do with the jobs report, interest rates, that the Fed's not going to cut interest rates this year, obviously. So some people are just pricing that in, but also tech stocks are down because a lot of companies, as we were talking about in our video yesterday, are realizing that there is no return on investment for AI. And they're just basically dumping money into a black hole. And we've also seen everybody go from flat fee billing, where they were basically burning thousands of dollars of tokens a week or a month on $30 a month licensing. I mean, how can you make money if you do that, right? And now they're having to pay the true cost of the AI. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, one company burned $500 million in a month. And Uber burned its full year's allocation in just 4 months. So yeah, so fingers crossed that we're hopefully seeing that the AI bubble is bursting in real time, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. If it is, that would be good that would be, well, it'd be good and bad. Unfortunately, they have leveraged a lot of our retirement funds into that nonsense, but the good news would be that PC parts would come down in price quite a bit. Okay, so first thing we want to do when we're installing an SSD, because this has a plate over it, I'm not going to, first of all, you never want to take off this sticker. This sticker is actually a heat spreader from the controller chip to the NAND chip, because the NAND wants to run a little hotter and the controller chip wants to run a little cooler. So it basically pipes heat over from it. If I were just installing this in a kind of a naked bracket, then I would use the included, it comes with like a graphene sticker for the top. But because it's not, because I'm using this plate here and this already has a thermal pad on it, I'm not using anything with it. So because this is going to take its place and actually do a better job. So we're going to go and plug this guy in. Connector goes all the way in until you kind of can't see it anymore. Now this has a somewhat toolless. So this one you push down and it just snaps in place and holds it there, as opposed to, well, actually it also has a screw. Then I already peeled this sticker off camera. And then the problem with these is always getting them back, especially when it's a big plate like this. And this is kind of why Gigabyte motherboards can be kind of a pain, because they love using those big plates. So we're just going to get one seal. It's just scary. I know, it was very scary, Lisa, when that screw got seated. Oops, I think I missed. No, I think I got it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll find out in a second if the screw goes in.
Do you want questions while you're doing that?
Yeah, I can do questions.
All right. We've
Questions and comments.
We've got Real Nazal, evening from Belgium.
Great. Hey, Real, how you doing? Always appreciate your questions.
Quick question. Do you have any tips / guidelines for asking good questions for your monthly Q&A series? What type of questions are you most interested in? So
I think the questions that, anything that's a hot topic at the time is always one that we're looking to lead with. Obviously, part of the purpose of the video is to get views. And so I'm always looking for what's the big juicy topic that everyone wants to talk about right now? It just happened on Friday that we saw the report had come out about the Super Series. So I'm like, hey, let's do a video on that real quick. So we did, and it is exciting. I'll say more about this, what I think about the Super Series in this. God, I can't get this thing off my fingers. There we go. Just FYI, we always have to throw plastic away immediately because the cats, this guy in particular, this kitty, will eat them. So we're always looking for like hot topic kind of questions, but then I'm also, so that's always going to be like the lead. That'll be the thumbnail and the title, right? But I also want to make sure we always have space for like regular PC building questions as well. Those will be a little bit deeper in the video. So there's like, if I think about it, I'm always looking for like the 1 to 2 headline questions. And then I'm looking for some questions. Typically, I like to kind of mix and match some different things in there. So we'll talk about like pricing and availability. So like what are GPU prices doing? Anything new that's coming. Unfortunately, this has been a rough year for anything new that's coming. And then of course, like what kind of regular PC build questions do you have? Like what's this RAM speed? What's this, what's that? So I like to kind of mix in a little bit. And I know that not everybody wants to watch like the deeper dive PC building questions, but I feel like there's not really another space that they get answered otherwise. So that's kind of how I approach this. Sarah's laughing at me.
No, I think maybe we're live to everybody again.
No way, really?
Hello, everyone.
Are we?
I wonder.
That would be crazy. That would be
to
crazy.
figure that out.
Hang on.
Hey, listen. Hi, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
How does this keep happening?
So this was supposed, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This was supposed to be a members only stream, but hello everybody who's not a member. This is what you get with your membership.
If you want to comment, go ahead and become a member.
Yeah, if you want to comment, comments are open to members. I didn't realize until this exact second. So
he literally triple checked. Oh well.
I triple checked, but yeah, I see we have quite a few people watching. So, well, this is our 9800X3D gaming PC build, kind of Prime Day oriented. We've already gone through the parts, so let's just keep going then. I guess I'll build a little bit more, and I'll answer
maybe a little less about the treadmill journeys and
yeah. I'll tell you a little bit less about the fact that I ran my PR today on the treadmill. I was really excited about that. So where were we? So we've got our SSD installed. We've got our 9800X3D installed. Again, unfortunately, found out too late that I thought I had the regular version of this motherboard. In fact, I have the version that they don't sell anymore, which is the white one. It's the same motherboard. It's just on a white PC with silver heat sinks on it. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop. Now we can either pop the RAM in or we can do the cooler. I usually prefer to do the cooler next, just because the RAM kind of gets in the way of installing things. But again, there's no right way, but there's a lot of wrong ways to put together a gaming PC. So we're just going to go ahead and take everything out for the cooler. If I'd known this is going to be like to everybody, I would have like already cut the plastic off. And but let's see what we got here. So we're going to use like I said before, we're using the Montech HyperFlow 360. Here's the install kit for it. So all these plates and stuff, these are typically Intel, except I think maybe Intel, no, AMD, they're going to use the curved plate on this one, right?
Do you want to maybe switch to wide?
Let's switch to wide angle. Good call there. We'll switch to the wide. All right. So we're going to go ahead and just get the key things out for the cooler that we need. Pair of glasses. Okay. So that does not look correct. There it is. Okay, it's hiding. Okay, we don't need the Intel pieces. Montech, I got to tell you, you should do a little bit better job of labeling the parts. That would be super nice. All these plastic bags, a little sticker goes a long way. I see that the screws are labeled. That's great. But I would say my feedback to you, although again, this is one of the better coolers on the market in terms of its overall performance, I would say that just label a little bit better. So we need that. We need the screws. And then we are not removing. Okay, this actually uses the standard mount. Good. Okay. So this is actually my first time using this on an AMD motherboard. So that says LGA 1200. That says LGA, so we don't want that. not that. Those are for fans probably. This looks like the AMD AM5 4 AM5 kit, although it's not labeled. Okay. This is the tube clamps we'll use for later, and this thing looks like it is the screw, but I can screw those in. Okay. LG. So this guy actually goes ahead and uses the standard mount. Some of the liquid coolers do, and they basically just kind of clamp down on it. That being the case, I don't think we want to do anything with the cooler right now. So if the cooler required its own bracket and everything, we would install that now because we want to do that now instead of in the case. But really, this is just going to go on top of the cold plate from the cooler itself, and then we'll get it all screwed in. I just want to make sure I'm putting it back in somewhere I can find it later. So don't need all this Intel junk. More Intel junk. Let's just put it right there. Okay, and then their little tiny thing of thermal paste. We'll use probably Arctic MX4. So, okay, so we actually don't need to do anything for this particular cooler, which is kind of nice. All right, sorry about the noise. Let's go ahead and get the RAM slotted. I will just, I don't think we need the overhead for that. Any questions while we're doing this?
Lots of good chatter. The AMD box is in front of the... there you go. We got lots of people chiming in. We've got Firedog. We've got Michael. We've got Amit. Lots of great people hopping on.
Great. You want to just call everybody out in the chat? If you're a member or you're becoming a member right now and you're joining us, just say hi in the chat. It's not required. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to, we'd be happy to shout you out in the live stream.
Oh, speaking of shout out, looks like Firedog just gifted some memberships. That's really great. Thank you.
I didn't even know you could do that.
That's really cool. We're all learning today.
Okay. All right. This one's really crunchy. All right, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to do the DIMMs. It looks like it's sticker side in on this one. That's kind of normal. There we go. We've got our DIMMs slotted. Now, why didn't I go with white memory? I think we're just going white, silver motherboard, black RAM. We're going to go with basically a Panda or Zebra build on this one, which are my favorite. I like contrast. I mean, nothing wrong with all black builds or all white builds. I just like a little bit of color contrast. I think it just helps things pop a little bit, right? In particular, that's why I like to use white cases.
Rand just gifted memberships. Y'all are the best. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. All right. And you get a membership, and you get a membership.
It's a fun day.
All right, let's get rid of some junk here. I just like to clean up as I go. That way we don't have a bunch of junk sitting around. We'll just keep that guy on. Okay, well, that's all we're going to do with the motherboard. We've got our SSD installed. We've got the CPU on there. And again, we're not going to do anything with the cooler just yet because I want to mount the cooler to the case. And this is going to use the AMD standard bracket. So we're just going to get rid of this. Oh, I will need a different end for my... I'll go back to what I had. If y'all like my $14 screwdriver kit, it's usually linked in the video description, although I don't think I bothered to link it this time. But it's in our How to Build a PC guide too. I absolutely love this screwdriver kit. $14. Yeah, I mean, eat your heart out, Linus. Just kidding. I love their screwdriver too. So
Amit just gifted memberships. Y'all are on fire.
You guys are doing great.
We really have the best community of builders. We really do.
I think we do. All right, let's get the case out. So funny story, I meant to order the King 95 because we were going to do this with an ATX size motherboard. And then when I ordered it from Newegg, I was like,
go fully wide.
And well, let's go full wide, yeah. Oh, click. When I ordered it from Newegg, I was commenting everything, and then all of a sudden I got here. I'm like, wait, this is the King 15. And at first I thought they made a mistake, so I checked.
He literally reads micro-sized masterpiece. What?
I'm like, yeah, because it says on the. I'm like, what? I'm like, reconnecting, end stream. Okay, yes, no, that's us. That's us. I had AT&T coming out to the house to fix our internet, and they canceled on me. So I was like, oh, that's great. So they couldn't make it out until next week. So I love New Orleans, but there are some challenges. That's probably not New Orleans specific though. All right, I think this is a sharp looking case. It doesn't read micro ATX to me, just because it's so big, but it looks nice. Ooh, wow, stack electricity. Okay, let me ground, just touch something here. All right, let's just take off. Does this top panel come off? Oh, it's got the stickers on it, I see. All right. There we go. Yep. The whole peel came off with it. I just want the stickers off. Let me cut them. Deal with that later. I don't know where my knife just went. I just had it. Oh, it's in my pocket. It's probably a good place for it. Looked like that was the only one. So let's just go ahead and take this guy off. It's got more stickers to it.
There's a piece of tape.
I'm aware. Yeah, I'm aware. Thank you. Do not scratch the glass. Any other pieces of plastic tape? I mean, I know why they do that. It's just for shipping, so it doesn't break in shipping. Ooh. Whoops. Whoops. No harm done though. Does this top part come off? It does. Good, good, good. All right, again, I have not built with this case previously, so this will be fun. Does this piece come off or does it not come off? It comes off. Okay. The back is just that. I love these quick release cases, man. The days when you had to like unscrew all the screws are over. So this is a dual chamber case, micro ATX case, kind of just like the Gamdias Atlas M4 that we used last week. Although I have to say, this looks super cool. I don't know if folks can see this, but there is, but the controller for the little bit of PCB is just in a really smart place, I think. This is just gonna come off here. Just take all this stuff off. Does this guy come out? Oh, it's hinged. It'll swing out. So this guy will swing out. Here's this. There's a thumb screw for it.
Can I ask you questions while you do this?
Yeah.
All right. And I lost the question. There it is. Michael19 wants to know, is it a good idea to wait for PSU, GPU, and SSD prices to go down for Prime Day?
So PSU prices, I don't know if they're going to get any cheaper. They're already dirt cheap. So what happened, everybody knows, RAM and SSD prices went up, right?